What's happening, party people? I just wanted to drop a message to you. If you've ever been involved in a home-based business opportunity and you found yourself excited and filled with hope and expectation because you genuinely had a burning desire to provide a better way of life for you and your family, and you got involved in something, or maybe it was a couple of different things, and you were built up to this outcome, this expectation if you did things in a certain way, and maybe it didn't work out, and maybe it was because the products were subpar, but maybe the energy and the excitement in the group was fantastic, or maybe the compensation wasn't that great, or the leadership was non-existent or poor. And for whatever reason, you got involved in something, and maybe that something went out of business, or you got involved in something and it never really took off the way that you would have expected it to take off. And you did this 2, 3, 4 times or more, and you go to your network and you talk to people and you share and you're excited because you genuinely want to not only improve the quality of your life, but you want to provide a lifeline to those people in your network. And so you put your name and your reputation and your heart and your spirit all on the line. And you invite those people that you know and who know you into this world, and it doesn't work out. And again, there are many different reasons why these things happen. Sometimes it's because, again, it's not a great product, or there is no product. It's just a lot of hype. Or sometimes it's because it's a decent product, but it's not good structure. There's not good leadership. And there are not qualified people that are manning the ship. Sometimes it's because you're lazy, and you, as much as you say you want to improve the quality of your life, the truth of the matter is that you're just a lazy ass, and you don't want to do the work, and you don't want to change. You want change, but you don't want to change. And I can promise you, invariably, it's going to be a combination, and depending upon the circumstance, one of those categories is going to outweigh the others. But at the end of the day, you're left feeling some type of way. You might be hopeless. You might have thrown your hands up. You might have resigned yourself to never, ever put yourself in the way of an opportunity again. You may just have a complete negative disassociation experience from doing any type of business. And I wanted to share this with you, that good business can be done, and it does take time. You do have to be hyper vigilant about evaluating what it is that you want to be a part of. And then you have to look at the business and the model of business itself, and does it make sense? And there are things that I want to encourage you to evaluate. Number one, look at the company. How long has the company been in business? What is their track record of delivering high quality value to their end users, whatever the product or service is? And how long have they consistently done this? Quarter after quarter, year after year, and maybe decade after decade, depending upon what it is that you're looking at. That's number one. Number two, what is the leadership of the company? Do you align with the leadership? Now, you have to the best of your ability, assess, because I understand that people put on a really good front. So it's hard sometimes to be able to ascertain, is this person real, or are they full of crap? So to the best of your ability, look at the values and the principles that the leadership of said company espouses and practices. And you can figure this out by asking questions and getting a sense of the culture. Do they even have a culture? A lot of business structures don't have any culture. You'd be surprised. So getting a sense of that and asking yourself, do they align with me and do I align with them when it comes to values and principles and being a practitioner? And again, how long have they been doing that? Third, the efficacy of the compensation. Is it something that you can track and chart a course for yourself where you're seeing how you can give yourself an income increase consistently over time, month over month over month? If I do these activities, what is my probability of a successful outcome? And talking to people that have produced and created those results that can give you clear insight and then a clear blueprint and a track to run on in order for you to create those results. So that's the third thing, is that you want to evaluate that compensation. Does it make sense? Now, timing, it depends on what you're doing. I believe when you're in business, a lot of timing is beyond your control. So that's why I look at the structure and the longevity and the consistency of said company. I look at the leadership and the principles and the values, because see, when you have the correct principles and values and you have a solid company with that is over delivering on the product or service or experience, and then you have a compensation that you can chart out and measurable to measurable success month over month over month, year over year over year, well then see the timing is not really an issue. Now, I understand that some people will try to use timing and they'll say things like, hey, this is a new company. You can come in at the ground floor and we're going to be the next Apple, the next Microsoft, the next Starbucks. And so they will mislead you with that timing phrase so that you think, if I don't do it now, I'm going to miss out. And that's called fear of loss. But unfortunately, what happens more often than not is that when people are getting involved with something because of timing, all those people that get involved, they will all be gone within a couple of years, and that company will no longer be around. That is typically the cycle, because there is no there. If someone is coming to you and they're overemphasizing timing, then I would encourage you to take a second, third, and fourth look before doing anything, because that's a tell. Hey, baby, listen. Look, baby, if you and me, if we don't get together tonight, I mean, the world might end tomorrow. So, timing is everything, baby. You want to get with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the world might end tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. But if that's the best line you got, you need to go talk to somebody else, right? So understand that that's all part of it. But the reason I'm giving you this game is because I understand at the end of the day, regardless of what has taken place, regardless of the number of scammers and shysters and clowns and hype masters and exaggerators and all of that, in spite of all of that, there are a good number of people that genuinely want to improve the quality of their life. They're looking at their situation and they're saying, I do work hard. Unfortunately, I don't get a raise beyond the cost of inflation. Unfortunately, if I wanted to double or triple or quadruple my income, that is not built into my current compensation situation. And yes, I would like to be able to provide more for my family without having to work 100 hours a week for the next 10 years. So it took me 5.5 years, ladies and gentlemen, 5.5 years, and lots of pain, lots of losses, and endurance, stamina. But I'm not a quitter. Like I'm the never give up. I will never give up on my mission. My method may change, but the mission will never change. And that is to help as many people as I can become personally developed and financially independent. So I say all this to say, if you're willing to have a conversation, I would love to talk to you about doing good business. The kind of business where you cannot get hurt. The kind of business where you cannot get hurt. The kind of business where there's no markup, where I'm charging you more for products in order to pay the field. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm not talking about hype and rah-rah and where I gotta get on a call every week just to get you fired up. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about good business. I'm talking about adding tremendous value. I'm talking about not impacting people's weekly or monthly budgets, but putting them in a situation and in a position where they can create some success and a higher quality of life. I'm talking about good business. I'm not talking about, getting a bunch of people all excited to join something and then it goes away. No, I'm not talking about that at all. So please don't misunderstand this message. But I felt compelled to share this with you because it took me 5.5 years to get here. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's been 14 years of me to get to this point. 14 years of experience, 14 years of tremendous success and tremendous setbacks, and then comebacks and lots and lots and lots of people that I've been very blessed and fortunate to be able to touch in a powerful and impactful way. So if you're open to a good business conversation, send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram. Like that's where I'm at Ed Blunt on Facebook or Instagram. I would just love to have a very simple conversation. I'm not going to hype you up. I'm not going to gas you up. I'm not going to tell you that something is when it's not. I'm not going to mislead you. I'm not going to exaggerate. I'm not going to create or make false claims. There will be none of that. There will be none of that. And you will be able to look with your eyes and I will show you everything, all the documentation, all of my documentation. You will have access, unlimited access. Ask anything you want. I have absolutely nothing to hide. And then you can come to your own conclusion. But I promise you this, it will be worth your time and worth your while to have a conversation. That's it. All right. And it's 2025. Let's go out here and make a powerful year. I know you got goals. I know you got dreams. And I know you have some things that you want to do, some unfinished business. So let's have that conversation. Have a beautiful day. Ed Blunt, EDBLUNT, Facebook and Instagram. Let's go.